when it healed in a funny way, and now he has to stick his elbow out, folks, to shoot the jump shot. That's how he gets so much height on that moonball. Wooga Poplar. That's a great sound.
It's a rebound for Villanova. Both teams with 3 offensive rebounds.
Wooga Poplar inside, close range, easy layup. To start, Sham, the freshman. Poplar the other way. Wooga straight away. Boom. Shots. Another. That ball can draw rain, folks. He's got 12 points. He's hit 2 threes on 5 attempts. Makes it a 33-29 game. Poplar, step back, step through. Ooh. How simple.
Because they're trying to win that individual matchup of possession.
Poplar trying to get to his sweet spot. Right around there. Exactly.
Paint touches and drives.
But one of 9?
They want vice versa. But again, it's easy to fall in love. There's less work than doing that.
The other way, tries to do the same thing. Boachi with the rebound. They swing it. Dixon another 3. 1 for 10. Skip pass, baseline. Wooga drives, pops, count it, and the foul. Yes.
They do that all the time. Not anymore to leave that little chuck.
Poplar feeling it today. Backs his way in, elevates, and hits.
One there because he's been such a force. Just his presence around the painted area.
Poplar. Let's see if they go to Dixon down low again. 12 seconds. Poplar straight away, Jay. Got it.
Like you said, he went to
Thomas, a volleyball play. Karch Karai. Thomas step back jump shot. Let's see if they can get Poplar going. After 24. Here's Poplar, sets for 3. There it is.
the contested possession.
Slacker, real crafty with his dribble. Poplar, watch out. Poplar! And he lays it up. Ricketts, Perkins, Poplar, Gino, Boachi. Gino, star quarterback in high school. Great athlete. Poplar, rising fire. Starting to tighten up a little bit. Archie Bell at the drill to tighten up. Dixon. 2-point game. Big fella inside, triple pump. Kicks it out, Poplar. 10 to shoot. Sends Dixon away. Faces. Hezzy. Drives to the cup. Reverse and got it.
About Colorado, you have to love, even though they went through that 13-game losing streak in Big 12 play, they never quit on each other. They kept a good attitude. Tad Boyle really encouraged by the mentality of this group. And at the end of the season, they were definitely playing their best basketball of their year.
Think about that, how hard that would be to lose 13 straight over the course of almost 2 months. Shot clock down to 5. The jumper rattles around and home.
At the three-point line, he loves getting to his spot, raising up.
Here's Bangot Dak raising up and going high off the window. That shot changed by Boachi.
Test right there by Boachi.
Poplar trying to probe against Yakimowski. Gets underneath and goes right to left.
Smith, Tyler Perkins, you're not going removed on that screen right there. You have to understand the scouting report. R.J. Smith, a very capable three-point shooter.
Wooga Poplar. Fading away. Tough shot, and he drops it again. What a...
Let that thing go like a confident dominant shooter.
Only 10 minutes a game this year, but tonight a night of opportunity for him to get some extended playing time and for Tad Boyle to see what he has from his young point guard. Rickus, as the double Cubs, finds Poplar in the corner, and that three, they'll call it a
And here he is out here against a Big East opponent playing good basketball.
Sometimes these international guys that have had that experience internationally like he has are not quite the freshmen that we think of when they come from a high school. Poplar, contested jumper is good. Caceres got
It's got to be about adding weight, strength, physicality, but you watch him handle the basketball and some of the things that Dak can do. He's got a whole tool set with him.
Now Poplar, a little crossover, gets that 12-footer, and he hits. Wooga Poplar show. 33-22, 11-point lead for Villanova. Here's Poplar again.
This is going out.
All the way to the rim. That'll be a goaltend. Bang got Dak. Caceres now going to work. Ball taken away. Poplar will push. Loping to the rim. Poplar off the window. And Wooga pops for Kevin Willard. Ruffin short on that three. Long rebound for Dixon. Third of the night. Oh, he thought about that one. Instead, it'll be Poplar. 4-3 and Wooga Poplar.
Guy that's a graduate student, so finishing out his college career, but finishing out on a high note for him personally.
The Bebo Francis Award for the top small college player in America. That's a lot of players that you have to beat out to win that.
D3, NAI.
That's everybody. You think of all the schools that play at that level as Poplar launches and hits the three. Now for Colorado, you're looking at guys flashing, showing what they can do. Bang up that. It's had a rough night shooting, 3 for 13.
It's just been like, I mean, they've gotten some bullets, just not been able to knock them down. From the start, that's not been a problem for them to deliver.
UConn off to a good start. Rickus.
Poplar. He's got really special talent. Off the bounce now. Step back. Mid-range. See there? It is. Interesting pace to start this one. A little slower than the one in the last game.
Yeah, both teams very good in the half court. And then they will fight you in the full court. Nice pull up. This kid has Wooga delivered.
3-point line to start this game. On the season, they shoot 35.3%.
Nice little double to get Poplar a look.
3. Pure.
He's good.
Poplar, pull-up jumper. Count it. The varnish, or the shellac, whatever it's called. Here's Dixon.
Good help.
You'll find Rickus brings it up on solo ball.
See if they get Poplar going a little bit more.
Poplar driving, got there, and lays it in.
He is good.
29-28.
Such a good player at St. Mary's.
Mahaney with 5. Poplar. Look at the handle.
Tough shot under duress.
That's James Harden right there. Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 12.
Pick and pop Dixon.
34-31 Nova. Poplar. He's been awesome. Hard drive. Cut off. Dixon doesn't bite. Fadeaway jump shot is good.
Doesn't matter. How about him sticking? He's still a fine.
1-point game. Ball with 7 on 1 of 5 shooting from the 3-point line. Here they come. 2-time defending national champions. Poplar team. And answers. Alive now. It's got 9. 40-38. Villanova. Connecticut. Old school. Big East. Classic. Poplar again.
He used that.
Rickus pressing him. Diarra creates space, lost it on the way up. Boachi tried to keep it alive. Samson Johnson gets there first, turned it over. Poplar, watch out!
in the corner. Caught up there. Adewusu steps up defensively. Good defense by Adewusu. Forced the miss. Offensive rebound. Second chance for Poplar. Pump, drive, glides in for two. 2000 to 2004 when they missed 5 straight. That was early in Jay Wright's tenure. He missed the tournament each of Jay's first 3 seasons. Poplar, another one. Wisconsin this year, they trail only Bradley in three-point percentage, who just lost to Drake in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. Another turnover for Seton Hall. Pull, Poplar, 3 on, and pours in a midi. So Coleman with 4, Okoro 4 with 4, Adewusu has 2, Seton Hall within 15. And they string together stops consecutively. Brick is driving kick, open look for Poplar. He's got another out.
Some help coming, you got to get that thing up and off the backboard quick.
Some pressure from this Seton Hall defense, trying to continue to speed up, turn some chaos. 4th turnover for Adewusu already in this game. He averages 2 through the regular season. Poplar, past Middleton. Oh! Wooga!
That's an easy rhythm 3 from Malik Mack.
Mack trying to snap out of a funk. 3 for 12 on Saturday. His last 2 games, 5 for 21 as Poplar glides in. There's the athleticism of Wooga.
What a 3-point barrage to start this half. The 3rd made 3 of the second half, 4th of the game for Peavy, and they've been tough ones off the bounce.
Poplar punches right back.
You saw Perkins get that, had 1 in front of him, but that's what Villanova does. They take clock. They're not going to push the ball really in that situation. And they're going to get set to get a good shot.
Poplar.
They do.
They sure do. And
move. You got to move for him.
Screen. With Dixon all over him. That's just magnificent defense by Dixon, and you're right, there was little movement away from the ball. Poplar using the window pane. Amazing. 13-3 per game, shooting at a 50% clip from 3-point range and 2-point range. A season-high 17 3 times prior to that. So he has been on fire in the month of February, and that's why he was not timid about taking shots even when they weren't falling in the first half. Poplar got the mismatch against Screen and decided to take him down low, and that's why.
Screen's got to stay down on that.
Here's Jack on a blow-by against Longino. Great defense by Villanova. That was just excellent work inside by Poplar. Here he is on the wing on the other end. Well, he started it, might as well finish it.
That win over Marquette. Adewusu tries again. This time he's short. You said to me before we tipped off, a little bit of juice in the building. These 2 teams, they don't like each other in this league. It's been a rivalry.
The conversations with people on both staffs, it was intense. It was really intense. And I had to tell him, I'm not a New York kind of guy, but I'm just so moved. And I saw the list of who else and special. So thank you, and thank you to everybody here for putting that together. Now I have one question for my son. He better have still watched that tape of UMass Lowell because he's got a game tomorrow night.
Yeah, Bryant, what a year for the Bulldogs, having a tremendous season in the American East. Poplar, that's
to survey the defense.
Poplar, now Ariane made contact with that off the window. It doesn't matter. It's still a good.
And a 5th-year senior like Brickus in the NCAA tournament, you're running out of runway here. And he had a great career at LaSalle, by the way. Congratulations, Fran Dunphy, announcing his retirement.
Legend.
Oh, boy, in this city, man, few that are fine. Just an A-plus person. Brickus, shot fake, extra pass, Poplar. And they're back around the horn to Brickus with 6 to shoot. Brickus for Dixon. Good kick. Poplar a 3. Splash.
Marcus Smart always talks about. That's one of them where you go get an extra effort play, dive on the floor for a loose ball, a putback. They need more of those this half.
Stevie Mitchell, one of the top defenders in the Big East, on Brickus. Dixon guarded tightly by Joplin. And back it out. 6 to shoot. Poplar puts it on the deck with 2. Poplar, hop step, and he puts it in.
Seconds per possession. I would say UConn likes to go a little quicker, take advantage. And you're right, I think on both of them. But Villanova's one of those teams that run their sets, be effective. A lot of pick and pop, slips.
Samson Johnson all the way out at midcourt on Brickus. Got to recover, and here is Poplar on the move.
Did you see his strength with that discard?
Tough kid. Wow. Nice, too.
They do have some mismatches here. Longino, Dixon, some tough guards.
Particularly when you're switching, which UConn has been doing.
Poplar, step back. He cashes in.
Tough kid down.
Trying to drive McNeely. He's got the size here. Perkins. No, good defense. McNeely, offensive rebound, though.
He took away his left.
That 3 is good, and Poplar right now.
That's the last time you picked up a check.
Take the under on that.
Little pin and a pop.
And a Poplar.
Wow. A Poplar.
Up with Villanova, and the UConn fans are, I would say, bristling.
Distraught. A lot of two-man games right now. Look at this cross.
Poplar thought about the 3. Instead, he scores.
Once again, body strength. He beat McNeely.
Villanova, a lead of a dozen on the road, trying to resuscitate its NCAA. And there he goes again. You're talking about 4 rebounds a game off the bench for Perkins.
Make some key shots at times. This is a mismatch now. If we can bounce it, what a find, huh?
Gave it up across the way, and that spins down.
Averaging over 2 blocks a game, so he's starting to come on for Kim English. Rich Barron really denying Dixon the ball.
Poplar with a 2. This appreciate, Coach. You know, I owe a lot to a lot of people, certainly my teammates, but, you know, what Coach Pitino did for me in my life, I said this before, outside of, you know, my mom and dad, he's been the most influential person in my life. And then, you know, not only playing for him here, but then him giving me an opportunity to coach at Kentucky with him and then go on from there. And
Poplar to inbound. Poplar for 3.
How about the game Mila has played tonight?
10 points for the freshman.
8 rebounds, 6 assists.
Poplar parries another 3. After Kim English, and again, it looks pretty good as Poplar launches a 3. Do you want Aruse on the floor with a 40% free throw shoot? That's a great point. Poplar, this one goes down. And Kyle Nettrid going over to 8 and 7 in league play. Poplar counted in 1. Talented kid. This is the end I love Zuby at. His ability to move the legs, play all 5 positions.
Jordan Longino. The Cats coming off an 80-68 win over Xavier. Poplar was big time in that win.
We both watched it today. They've been working on it. He's starting to get a better feel and stroke.
That is what's so tough about this St. John's team, as Poplar, he's got a mid-range game.
He threw the ball on the catch. And perfect trap there if they want it. They got it. But they didn't turn him. This is where Scott, look at the relentless pursuit. This is great now. They're being patient. Didn't have a good early look, which they were trying.
Here's Poplar. He is special.
It's 28% coming in this year.
North Texas transfer with a breakout start.
Where they contain so well. So does that show, recover? Nothing easy. You got to really time your cuts, be efficient.
Down to 6. Poplar in. What an attack by Wooga.
He's inside now. Nice pass.
And Ejiofor turned it over. Poplar was waiting for him.
I'd like to see him go right up with that Ejiofor.
Villanova's 5 for their last 6. Longino goes to the right.
Nice extra look to Poplar.
Poplar is on fire. He's going to.
Wow. The personality changes, the attitude, the outlook.
You think he had something to say in the locker room?
No question. Stirred the troops up.
And so it's a 15-2 extended run. Shooting out of a cannon to begin the second half as Poplar glides in. 7 of 9 from the floor, 20 points. Aaron Scott in and out. He had a hot first half, and Buachi corrals.
Stayed with it. Ejiofor almost came up with it.
Brickett's got a step.
So good at circling the wagon.
Poplar, bring it up and finding. 18 for Poplar.
Brickett's little zone look for the first time. Somewhat of a match. Nice hands.
Wooga Poplar. Poplar loses the place in the bananas.
Great Scott.
He has led the Red Storm with 15.
They don't go away. Bank on the D. They get offensive cooperation. They are an efficient team.
You can tell in this game we've hit the final third of conference play.
Yep.
Longino with 12. Poplar has been that man. Wooga has been Wooga-licious.
We're coming down to 16 minutes on the clock already.
Zach Fremantle entering this game 28% on the season from 3, 17 of 60. A welcome sight for the Musketeers as here's Poplar. Tough off the dribble. Wooga Poplar.
Too, especially in this last portion of the season. You know, there's going to come a game or 2 or 3 that you're going to need somebody to take over, especially in the last 3 minutes of a game that you know that you can call their number and get a good look out of them.
Out on the timeout, Poplar heaves and hits. Wooga Poplar with a sharp start.
Yeah, nice little.
Marcus with a kick. Dixon. Eric Dixon way off.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that shot there.
Shot clock did not reset. Poplar, bring it up.
I'm sure about that shot. A little bit forced in the right corner by Dixon, though. A little ball fake. Knight going to the hoop there, the big guy.
Fremantle got a step on Buachi, but Buachi stayed with him.
Sure did. I thought he was going to stop. Fremantle was going to stop for a second on a dime.
Corner 3 for Poplar. Con 2 weeks ago with 14. Poplar, he's feeling it too. Got his own miss. Wooga Poplar.
That's second fewest in the conference. Did they basically get themselves to the line a little bit more? Because you need to steal some of those free shots.
Wooga Poplar can miss.
Watch a good strong screen and then just a simple roll to the basket. Nothing you can do about that if it's executed like that.
Second half defense has been a concern for Xavier. Last 2 games have combined 89 points allowed. And
not many opportunities so far this afternoon for Xavier on that pace that they like to play.
Xavier at the top of the charts in fast break. Villanova near the bottom. 346 in tempo in America.
Look at the attention Poplar's kind of bringing to himself.
Poplar again, man.
Lost again at home against Butler. A lot of injuries for Seton Hall. Adewusu did not play. One of the things I noticed that first possession, and they didn't double Dixon. Wooga Poplar for 3. It's good. Picking up where he left off on Saturday. Very good, but what position did you play? You don't even know the position.
I don't even know the position.
I was in the front line trying to score goals.
Front line. Yeah, that's a new position. Poplar from the wing. It's good. Villanova increases its lead.
They doubled in the low post and didn't rotate to him, just left him alone. First DePaul player to hit a three-pointer tonight, not named David Thomas. Dixon drawing help defensively, sends it out, they work it around. Longino, great fake. Now Poplar, a wide open three, and he knocks it in.
Really good extra pass there.
Clock winding down.
Very good defense.
That was one of the things Kyle Neptune told us before the game, the positives that came out of the Creighton loss on Saturday. The top of his list was the Villanova defense.
Yeah, I mean, their offense is in the top 20 in efficiency by Ken Pom as Poplar going to work. Their defense, boom, without a doubt.
He looked to pass first and then missed the putback. Thomas misses the three. Good rebound by Perkins. Poplar to the hoop for two more.
I will say this about Ball.
Now he's isolated against a big, and he's going to have to take this three.
And that's good D by Eric Dixon. Just stay in front. You know, you might lack the foot speed, but stay in front.
Wooga from downtown. Rattles it home.
Yeah. It's never ugly. It could be disjointed every so often, but it is really smooth. And that's something, you're right, that Villanova's going to have to overcome. As you see now, Creighton in showing a little bit of a zone.
It'll show and go, but nothing doing for Mosley. It's a beautiful move
There in the season, I could not believe he came back from that. He went in the locker room, they taped it up, he came back, and he is one tough customer, Ashworth.
Same starting fives on the deck as we open the second half. Dixon in traffic, double, gives it up. Wooga Poplar. Poplar on a blow-by against Neal. Over the big fella.
As soon as you go to the floor, all bets are off.
Yeah.
Let's just pig pile someone, and it's going to be a jump ball. I don't understand that.
Neal, he's the guy that'll drive. If given a lane, everything but the finish that time.
Yeah,
those are Blue Jays.
Young people, work on your offhand.
Poplar! That's two!
Keep the library goes.
You can't fight this feeling. Deep inside of me. It comes the other way again. Wooga! Trying to Wooga again. Why not?
There you go. Guy that has to step into the fray here and be a huge part if this team wants to win.
Well, he's certainly coming out of the doldrums after that situation with Sorber in the Georgetown game. With the way he's performed here the last few minutes. Here he is giving it up to Longino.
And no one in the paint. Kalkbrenner's on the perimeter with Eric Dixon. You got to go.
What a blow by. What a jump. There's the lob again. Too strong this time. Wooga's got it, and Poplar motors down the floor.
I think Kalkbrenner was pushed a little bit. Just enough off balance.
He banked it in.
That's good.
And in his 3 years, there was an outstanding scorer. Just wanted him to take better shots, and he has. Okay, critical moment here. Poplar's going to drive it. And he gets it to go. It is a one. Neal gives it up to Ashworth. Look out. There's a steal. Wooga.
3 minutes to go. 13. Jones, Mitchell recovers the miss. It pinballs around, and Dixon had to squat down to get it. Poplar and rises up for a jam. Longino kicks it back out for a brickish three. That's short. Poplar follows it up.
Outside, downtown Philly. And the Cats control the opening tip. Villanova 12-7 on the year, 5-3 in Big East play, a half game behind UConn and Creighton for third place in the conference.
A little matchup zone to start things off for Georgetown. Poplar knocks down a three. All forward, power forward type build, lead the country in scoring. Out of the timeout, a three is knocked down by Wooga Poplar. He's shooting it well this month from three, popped away by Perkins. Poplar lines it up and knocks it down. And
handle the ball, gives you an advantage. Small against big. Good decision.
And a quick one. 8.6 rebounds for the senior from Arlington, Mass.
Look at the matchup down low with Dixon.
Poplar throws it down.
It wasn't all that far away from him either as he came up off that screen down play.
One more would tie a season high for Providence. Terrific finish from Poplar at the rim. Tied at 59. Dixon behind the arc. Poplar, the seas parted, and Poplar brings the house down.
Ton of them, but he's shooting a really nice percentage. 34% from three, but he's 5 of 8 in Big East play coming into this game.
Two best three-point shooting teams in the Big East to come out cold.
Yep.
That's a deep two for Poplar.
Balachi has really impacted him when he's caught that basketball in the paint.
So Villanova gets their stop. Poplar adds to it with a three.
Rotating over to him. You got to come to a 2-foot jump stop rather, and finish it over the top.
Villanova style. Hard screen from Dixon to get Poplar free. And he cashes in.
So his
Richmond down low with the left hand and the finish. They ran an ISO for Kadari Richmond on the low block. That's what he does well. He's only made 3 threes all season. Doesn't shoot the ball, but he can post up and score inside with his size. And that's the difference. Rick Pitino, they ran an ISO for Kadari Richmond on the low block. That's what he does well. He's only made 3 threes all season. Doesn't shoot the ball, but he can post up and score inside with his size. Dixon defended by Scott, something you'll see a lot of tonight. Poplar from the outside. Yes. And that's the difference. Rick Pitino, both guys with point guards at their respective schools. Him at Utah and Kadari Richmond at Seton Hall. Iwuchukwu commits the St. John's foul. That's their third of the half. Ruben Prey been out there for a while for St. John's. Trying to hang with Villanova defensively. 7 to shoot. Brickus over to Poplar. Did a pretty good job there, I'll tell you. Poplar from the outside. He has 6 edge of 4. See, that time Villanova was back, but they weren't back and ready. 4th assist of the first half for Kadari Richmond. Poplar off glass for 2. Time Perkins, just didn't see the urgency, which you kind of understand the way he has shot the ball, but he knocks that one out. And here's the pressure from St. John's. 6 threes in the game for St. John's. They had a combined 3 in their last 2 games. Yeah, they're at their average for the year now, not their average in the Big East. Good move by Poplar. And he finishes with the foul. That was
with the trainer, Andrew.
And John, we pointed it out. He did not look good when he came back on the floor. You give him credit for trying, but would not expect to see him again. It's a 7-0 run for St. John's. They lead by 3. And now they have edge of 4 on Dixon, and he has made life very difficult on him because of his size. Poplar, what a move to get to the hoop. And see, edge of handle it. Dixon with 5 to shoot, puts one up. No good, follows his shot, and it comes right to Poplar. And we are tied in the story tonight for St. John's. Full court pressure by the Red Storm. Associate head coach Steve Masiello imploring the crowd to get up here at the Garden. Poplar finishes!
Nice lead. They worked on that play a lot to shoot around today. Nice finish. Down low by Samson Johnson.
You know why it's such a good play, Dave? Because the pick and roll comes from the wing, so the help is home on the other side. You fall asleep on the other side, that's what happens. No one can rotate over. Great pass, great finish.
Brickus out to Dixon. Leading scorer in the country. Big East player of the week.
contest. You can live with that for a few trips, but you can't become a habitual for a guy like that, which is too good.
Poplar getting free. First layup of beauty. Another and everything. Ross, pump fake. Taken away. Poplar, breakout. Numbers against them. Set up for three. They want it. They got it.
A couple of really nice plays on offense. Defensively, he's in the right spots.
Poplar got step, goes baseline and scores. Right away, and he's got it. He's been reliable on offense. Let's do it. He's got 12. Carabin 1 for 4 from the field, 0 for 3 from deep. Dixon. He's going to try to outquick Stewart. Dribble into trouble. 9 on the shot clock. Slow. It's good. He's having a
get a ton of touches. If you catch that ball down there near that circle underneath the basket, you have to go to score.
Pay it off. Cross court. Poplar, good ball fake. Boy, did he get some air under that.
You know, I know Villanova's going to want to continue to keep this going at DePaul. You got to stop the bleeding. You got to lock into your fundamentals, your principles, get a stop, get a hand up. But, hey, when they're, this is how you're going to have to play. You're going to have to get stops, and you're going to have to shoot shots, and you're going to have to make them.
Villanova, 345th out of 364 in tempo. Poplar.
He's a freshman. He's a junior, senior. And they definitely treated us like that.
Look at Poplar through the basketball. Gets the steal. Older and battling for a DePaul team that got off to a tough start today, down 13-0 early, trying to find a way to put a late first-half surge together. John Fanta, Wesley Matthews with you on this Saturday. Right wing three, and it goes. Poplar again.
There you go. Good cut.
Benson says, why not? He's short.
Now, you get an offensive rebound putback. You might be entitled to that.
Rickus, look at the delivery. They swing it to Poplar. Cash.
Team shot. Team shot.
There. Credit to Evan Burrows. He had to be elusive by the baseline to get out of the way.
I didn't see that. Everybody's making plays.
And Tony Chiazza, Lee Castle, Evan Burrows, our crew here. Coming up next on FS1, St. John's and Butler from Queens is Poplar. Wooga
tip it off at Hinkle. Andre's screen in the circle for Butler. It's Enoch Buachi who ends up winning the tip, and Villanova's very potent offense gets the basketball first. Top 10 in the country in three-point shooting percentage. Average just under 80 points a game.
Man-to-man defense here from Butler, but they'll double team the post. Anytime number 43, Eric Dixon, catches it on the box.
Poplar going to go to work on Brooks. 9 to shoot. Poplar just inside the free throw line. Telford, fall-away jumper. It all looks gravy after you make a shot like that.
Yeah, sometimes when it's just scattered and you need to make a play, you got to get the basketball in the hands of your best player, and that's exactly what Butler did there, and Telford delivered.
He's in double figures, 10 points now for Telford. Drives, and he's got the layup. No hands.
You can't penalize the big for being bigger than Poplar down there.
Spoken by a true big.
Exactly. That's a no call.
Old school Big East.
Indeed. Especially because it's the Big East.
Yep.
Double team is coming as Dixon comes closer to the painted area. He's got to be able to give it up.
Draws a crowd. He's got 3 on him. Poplar hangs and hits the floater. Misses the front end. Another rebound for Poplar. That's 8. Almost got a double-double in this first half. Under a minute to go. Poplar rises, knocks down the jump.
For just a little bit of room, he can knock it down as he did there.
Phenomenal shooter in his 6th year of college. First 5 years played for his dad at Iowa.
47% from 3 on the year.
There's a three. Poplar leaned into it.
There, because he clearly shot that first one.
Yep. Telford looking for another season high. Had 29 against Missouri State earlier this year. His sixth time at 20 or more. Feels like this is a time for Brickus and Dixon to take over this game. Corner three, Poplar instead. He drills it.
Basketball to his left. He had the lane.
Dixon with 25. He's on his average. Poplar hangs and hits from the elbow.
Those threes even off the bounce. There's something about doing a Big East game with you here that leads to a lot of shot making.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the Connor Onion good luck charm, I suppose, but
not to sit next to you.
No, I don't think so.
We called a 99-98 game here last year as Poplar floats it over. You throw it over the top. There's some screens on the top action, and Green drills it. That's a good set play from Greg McDermott in a special situation.
When Creighton has won, they've shot it well from three. They're doing that in the first half. 7 of 8 from distance. Here's Poplar, and he sneaks his way to the rim. Late to get back as Ashworth goes to work and can't spin it off the glass and down. Poplar, blow by. Kalkbrenner waiting, but Poplar twists it off the window. Ball over for the first time today. Brickus can't answer. It's tapped free and kept alive. Good work by Mosley getting upstairs. And Poplar's strength inside.
He's just been a little up and down. I said, what do you need from Jemiah Neal? Asked Greg McDermott, shoot around. He just gave that. I just need consistency. Just be the same guy. Possession in, possession out, game in, game out.
Give us the flat line.
The flat line signal with his hands. Just saying, just need some consistency.
Poplar scored last trip. He does it again. Relying on outside of Ashworth and Kalkbrenner today for scoring. A pass off target from Kalkbrenner.
Good activity from Villanova as Brickus was on Kalkbrenner. Needed to come with a double and be active.
Poplar's gotten going in the back half of this half, and another 2.
Are really going to be special.
Creighton's lead double digits. We approach the 6-minute mark. Poplar has the last 15 points.
Struggles with the Cleveland Browns as well, so I feel that pain.
I go to therapy every Monday for them. Luckily, this game's on a Tuesday.
Oh, look at that play.
Poplar and wide.
And maybe that gets...
But they can run with you. We'll see if they can handle this Villanova offense that's been very efficient over the last couple games. Here's Poplar right off the opening tip. Enoch will watch
that one, but pull that out. He does have great timing now at the defensive end with his steals.
He's got great charisma, too.
Yeah. Averaging a little over 2 steals a game.
Poplar twisting and turning.
Nice footwork.
Here's Dixon. Those post moves going to work. Down Emmanuel, he'll kick it out. Poplar straight on.
Yeah, good step there. And Dixon can be patient with the basketball, too. He has the option of throwing it out of there quickly or baiting guys into double teaming them. Nice lift on the jumper there.
And Poplar, mid-range.
Now it's just then coming out from that right side, moving away from the basket.
All of a sudden they have to use 3 points. Shooting is taking a nosedive.
And they make about just under 10 a game, too. They're going to have to hit that 10 mark this evening if they're going to be competitive.
Poplar splashes one in.
Right to left there, you could just tell that little 15-footer pull-up jump shot. He is so confident.
Game high 17. Poplar with a 3 on the other end. Eric Dixon. They have stretched the lead to 17. Dixon the steal. Poplar decided to lay it in. Probably a wide.
Early, he called Coach Fisher in July, visited in August. 2 months later, he's starting when he's supposed to be in high school.
Yeah, that was August 2nd. Said, hey, I want to make a decision by August 6th. Poplar used it and hit it.
Players on game day, these Villanova guys are getting work in up until a couple hours before.
Mashburn Jr.'s free throws bring this back to what's an 11-point Temple deficit. 12 for Mashburn Jr. And Villanova getting almost 40% of its points from the arc. There's
the people furthest away from the ball. So if you reverse it quickly, that's where the open shots are. Well done by Temple. Now you see those threes Villanova's been getting off ball screens. That's why Temple's starting to trap.
Poplar to the rim, scoring. Nice find. Tobias and steps into the triple. It dies on the heel, and there's Poplar crashing in. And Wooga Poplar, Kyle Neptune screaming for a timeout. Goes right to the basket and hammers it home. And Kyle Neptune just says, you know what? With those two personals. Dixon. And wanted to pick up where he left off. Buachi right over the top, able to get the offensive rebound over Duradola.
Buachi is getting better and better at filling his role as a rebounder, defender, finisher.
And Poplar sniping. Mosley and Gavil-Ugov, Parker, Buachi, and Wooga Poplar. There's Poplar.
The first 4 minutes, 5 minutes of change, you got to be happy for Villanova defensively.
Tempo, too.
Yeah.
A little bit of the control, no runouts.
Brickus around the high pick.
Well, he's got some bounce in those legs, doesn't he?
Poplar, he nails the J. He will be percent from three, right?
A couple of weeks ago, I was looking, he was in the 70s from three. So he's really slacking off, huh?
Double figures in every game for Lukosius this year. There's Poplar again.
Oh, nice. He doesn't need much space whatsoever. The one name you haven't called out much, second half, Mitchell.
Yeah.
He's been in and out with fouls, but good run early.
A bit invisible. Villanova able to break the pressure. On Gino, Cincinnati might think about fouling here. Yeah, they don't. On Gino,
nice pass.
Down low, extra feed, Poplar. And that should be
this season, off on his first attempt, but they love the way he picks up defensively.
Got to show love to guys wearing number 2. At some point in time, we're going to find out that they contribute at a high level to winning. Shout out to you, Mr. Rodriguez.
Here's Dixon with a kick. Catch and shoot for Poplar, all three of these. But look at what the drive to the basket did initially. McCabe cleans it up.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, another theme that we've been sticking with tonight. 2 feet in the scoring area by Flash Burton. Allows Ryder the offensive rebound. Gives himself a chance. Big East, there's going to be an adjustment period. So just stick with it. Continue to work and grind and know there are better days ahead.
A turnover on the other end. Wooga.
Mid-range jumper. That's what he does.
Yeah, every time he gets into those gaps, John, like he's always under control and balanced. A lot of guards are off balance when they get into the gaps, and he just goes straight up and straight down.
Dixon now the switch, Queen, the freshman on him. Kick out. Poplar nails the three. Touch pass inside to Julian Reese. The vision again from Queen.
You don't want to bring that double when he's staring at the court. You want to wait until he turns his back to the basket.
Behind the defense, Poplar throws it down.
Levy on the staff, and other teams having general managers. Woj is now with St. Bonaventure. I know at Duke, Rachel Baker. It's necessary and needed in order to be successful. And speaking of
event between Mr. Charles Barkley and Grant Hill. And multiple people, as I am a good journalist, have said that Charles Barkley won that round of golf.
Inside. Simpson up top for three. No good. Parker with an easy rebound.
I'll tell you, Villanova's been doing a really good job at defending these pick and rolls. A lot of great hedges. Great move by
Wow,
Poplar.
that was a beauty crossover. Villanova, though, on a 9-2 run after they fell behind by 11. Brickus down to the right wing.
Trying to post Longino up.
Yeah, a little high-low. Longino with a good catch. Swings it to the corner. Poplar for three. It's good. It's over. Brickus goes to the basket. His runner, no good. Too strong. Poplar with the rebound. Gets everybody up off their feet. Goaltending.
Nowadays they shoot it on the way up, right? With the ball going off their hands.
Look like Mr. Curry with that long launch. On net, too. Good stuff. There's Poplar. Tries to answer and does. That's a three. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Mark Brickus, transfer from the South. Came over with Ashley Howard, who had been over at LaSalle the last few years. Good ball movement. Longino. Kicking wide open three ball.
Pretty good patience. Got that last foot down for balance.
Boy, what a setup. Dixon, three ball, left it short. Gets a rebound. They get a new clock. Poplar. I'll tell you what, that's making good. The Highlanders out of Newark, New Jersey.
Uh-oh.
That was a steal waiting to happen. Woo!
There's a Dude Ritter has to kick it down low to Jaden Cooper. Cooper doesn't know how much time's up. Gets it to Blair Thomas for a late three. And now Villanova brings it down. Dixon up ahead. Tries to make the one-handed catch. Controls it. And Villanova will reset. And the three is good for
They're doing a great job on him. He can't even really get off a shot.
Cooper does get off a three. And Buwachi with another board. Poplar, in and out dribble, tries to go up and under. Oh, the acrobat. Though not wasting any time as they race it back down the floor. Here's the three from Thompson. Can't get the bounce.
I mean, that's as open a three as they've had in this game. Those are the ones you have to knock down.
So the three-point shot and then some dribble drives at the cup have been the recipe for Villanova so far.
I'm a little surprised Columbia hasn't tried the zone yet.
Perkins with 10 to shoot, kicks it back up top to Poplar. Poplar jabs Longino. Will try to get to the edge. Longino using the length, kicks it around. Poplar left wide open. Times this game. 6 steals now for Columbia. Brickus whips it over to the wing.
Now they're in that zone.
Poplar had thoughts about the three. Swoops to the with that transfer portal. So the landscape has changed. Everybody has to navigate it right now. It's Columbia navigating this game just a little bit better. Up 3 as Dixon will hand it off to Brickus. 14 to shoot. 2-man game coming up. Brickus eschews the screen. Poplar getting to the cup. Poplar off the window.
88 on the road. That's a lot of points.
Poplar, offensive rebound, power dribble.